Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Magnetic Reversal News and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Wednesday, October 26th, around 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 2022. The seismic swarm continues near Austria volcano in Iceland as the sun smiles upon Earth. But the big story: Cascades see the first heavy snowfall of the season weeks after record-breaking high temps. It must be grand solar minimum boom time. Keep calm. Now, in the past 24 hours, Timberline Lodge reported seeing nearly a foot of snow. This snowfall is a sign of a very early winter season. The heavy snow driving through Government Camp and on the way to Timber Lodge caught some drivers by surprise, but it's also a welcome sight for many. Since Saturday, we've seen 20 inches on the ground and a total of 26 inches of snowfall since Saturday, and there's more in the forecast, said John Burton with Timberline Lodge. It certainly is a global warming goodness celebration. Now, snow is falling in the mountains and travel could become hazardous. The Colorado Department of Transportation said the eastbound lanes of Interstate 70 were closed to Vail Pass 6 a.m. on Wednesday morning due to safety concerns. Chains and traction laws are in effect for parts of I-70, so heads up. Winter is coming early. Snow spinouts on Washington Mountain passes. Here's what to know. Put the chains on or get some snow tires. Now let's take a look at the total snowfall for the last 48 hours. And in those let's click on it. In the last 48 hours, you can see heavy totals up in Washington State. Some areas picking up 24 inches or more. The second biggest winner as a state is northern Idaho, and we also have western Montana. The Rockies picking up their first blanket of the global warming goodness as, whoa, tons more snow are predicted. 4 feet or more predicted for the South San Juans, which is, well, just about 14 miles from here. The summit, anyway. We're living in it. So we're going to have multiple systems. The first one is going to start dropping down here tomorrow morning into the Four Corners region, especially into western Colorado and even the high elevations of New Mexico. So heads up, New Mexico. And then we'll have another batch dropping down here starting Monday, Tuesday, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Look at that. By the November 4th and 5th, we've got tons of snow in North America. And, well, winter is on. Now, BC is going to be the big winter chicken dinner, picking up 15, 17, 18, 20 feet more snow in some areas. Look at that. That's 230 inches. That's absolutely insane. And that heavy snow is going to make its way all the way down into Washington State, where they could be seeing as much as 5 feet of snow through the first week of November. A November to remember, I'm sure. Storms in the South Plains, and it's unsettled in the Northwest. That is to put it lightly. A weather system moving into the southern plains will bring a threat of strong to severe thunderstorms and locally heavy rain. Mountain snow will persist in the Rockies. To the north of this system, rain with mountain snow continues in the Pacific Northwest, and a pair of strong weather systems will bring areas of high winds, heavy rain, and heavy snow to southern Alaska. So get your shovels ready and put on your helmets. Giant hail from Queensland's tropic gives rare insight into severe weather events. Yeah, well, we predicted it, and that they got pummeled in Queensland the other day. This 14-centimeter hail from the Yalaboro storm in October 21 is slightly larger than some of the 10-centimeter hail that fell on this latest barrage in Australia. So heads up there. Let's take a quick look at the snowfall totals for Europe. And let's let this load up for a second. So here we are seeing the biggest winner here is going to be Norway, as usual. But there is some snow coming to the UK, even in the southern regions, perhaps in the first week of November, as well as the Alps and northern Spain. But it's all we have to report as of now. Hail and snow cause chaos in Cairo. Wow. Streets of the Egyptian capital were flooded, creating gigantic traffic jams. There's his hail hat. Holy macaroni. Faced with the long traffic delays, many Caironees who normally use public transport just walked home Tuesday night. Yes, snow and hail lash Egypt as authorities warn of unstable weather. I don't know if there was actually snow in Cairo, but seismic update. No quakes of note. Most recent rumbler here in the Kamchatka, probably volcanic related. There are many volcanoes right there, so we could be looking at a big boom. Perhaps we have some activity in the New Madrid here at 2.7 in Ridgely, Tennessee. But overall, all is quiet on the Western Front. Now, change in the earthquake activity in close to Hebrid Mountain. This is near Austria volcano. Sometime yesterday, a change happened in the earthquake swarm close to the mountain. Now, at the writing, this author is not sure when that change happened, and it probably took a few hours to happen before they detected it. Absolutely useless article. But nonetheless, there is the swarm. There is Austria volcano. There is the swarm on the tectonic plate margin there at the mid-ocean ridge, which runs right down here through the Vatnajökull Glacier, where we have Grimsvötn and Bardabunga. But the seismic swarm is ongoing as we continue to keep a close eye on it. There's Austria. Seismic swarm is just up here to the northeast. Worldwide volcano news update. Nothing spectacular to report. Sangay to 23,000 feet. Swanosima to 6,000. We also have Sakurajima, Sabancaya, and Ebiko. Sabancaya puffing to 22, Fuego to 15, and Sakurajima to 7,000. Space weather news, and we're about to get to the jack-o'-lantern smiley face. There he is. There she is. The sun appears to be in a good mood today. A somewhat happy smiley face comprised of 3 coronal holes. But that shouldn't leave us delight. Coronal hole number 37 is going to reach Earth in just about 48 hours. Hours of power is bringing a plasma stream that may send us up into KP5, perhaps even KP6. And that would be minor G1 geomagnetic storm, which is in fact predicted to occur on October 29th. So heads up for a little bit of space weather. Care of the smiley face coronal hole sun. Isn't that cute? A catastrophe is coming for the economy. Are you ready? I hope you have precious metals and other tradables, stocked food and other important commodities that you may need to access without the use of a store. Well, the catastrophe is not a recession or inflation. It's no more jobs. According to the Secretary of Labor, Marty Walsh, hundreds of thousands of jobs are going to be eliminated over the next year. And now this is not a new phenomenon. There is a cycle in financials called the pace of innovation, and it's based on K-waves. And this is a shortening cycle that we have been in since 1785. Now, the pace of innovation increases with the first wave, drops down into a lull here in 1845, the steam rail, and then the second wave, the pace of innovation, and a drop down 1900, electricity, chemicals, internal combustion engine, and then a third wave peak and a drop down in the 50s, petrochemicals, electronics, and aviation, a fourth wave and a drop down in the 90s. Guess what that is? Computers! And then the fifth wave here, we have a real estate bust in 2007, and now we are 2025 will be at the bottom for the pace of innovation. At the same time, dropping into a recession, the devaluation of money. And it's not even funny. Mortgage rates will go up to like 15%. And most people won't be able to afford a home. Unless house prices drop to almost nothing, they need to come down 5x to be affordable at those rates. So I hope you have prepared for what's coming. We've been telling you for 7 years now. Tectonic plates started shifting earlier than previously thought. An enduring question in geology is when Earth's tectonic plates began pushing and pulling in a process that helped the planets evolve and shape its continents into the ones that exist today. And now we all know of Pangaea and Gondwanaland and maybe other supercontinents where the plates all meet together in one mass and then spread apart and come back and so on and so forth. Well, that fairy tale probably isn't true, and we're probably on an expanding Earth, but the fact that plates have been moving is true, just not slowly over millions of years. Sometimes they move at accelerated rates. But overall, the Earth has been expanding and allowing for more and larger oceans. So if you want to read the paper, plate motion and dipolar geomagnetic field at 3.25 gigayears. Yeah, that's a long time ago. And this is bringing plate tectonics back 3.25 billion years ago. Ho, ho, ho. Now, have you ever heard of Shilajit? I once knew a Shilajit back in college. but I don't keep in touch anymore. But different spelling. Now, Shilajit, you probably can't pronounce it correctly, but I just did. But you should be eating it. Now, what? High in the Himalayas, a black tar-like goop seeps from the mountainside. Now, who first thought to eat this product is beyond me, but we now have the data. And this substance is called Shilajit, and it's one of the most unique and nutrient-dense substances on Earth, and almost no one knows about it. And as soon as they do know, we might not be able to get it. So this is a good inside tip. Now, it takes millions of years for Shilajit to form. When the compression of ancient organic plant matter gets stuck between layers of rock, due to the pressure from the weight of the mountains and the natural microbes that develop in this nutrient-rich compost, it turns into a dense, mineral-rich material that then oozes out of the rocks in the warmer months, similar to asphalt. Now, on its own, and wait for it, Shilajit tastes like burnt rubber, but the benefits are enormous. It's packed with minerals, and local villagers call it the destroyer of weakness. Now, as the goop is full of naturally occurring fulvic acid, humic acid, a multiplicity of phytonutrients, and more than 80 trace minerals in ionic form. This is the most absorbable and easily assimilated by the human body, and it's already activated, natural, and ready for you to eat up the burnt rubber. Now, other than tasting like burnt rubber, you could take it in a pill form and just swallow it down and not chew on it like the locals. But fulvic acid helps boost our nutrient intake and has been shown to slow the effects of aging and help brain function. And also, boosting your nutrient intake prevents disease. It boosts your immune system. It allows your body to have all the nutrients it needs at a time of deficit. Meanwhile, the phytonutrients encompass a range of plant compounds, something like 4,000 different kinds of plant compounds in this burnt rubber material, such as antioxidants and minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium. So all of these are important to our health, and I suggest you go out and look for perhaps a Shilajit supplement, which we're going to put in our preparedness store after the video here, and we will link you to some organic products you can get right now. Another thing we want to point out is Randall Carlson just did an expose on the mysterious origin of Halloween, and after school did a reproduction of it. So we're going to link this below. It is completely fascinating and corroborates a lot of the things Leah and I have been saying. And that's a boom to knowledge. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. I hope you got something out of the video. Check out the comments, and I'll pin the Shilajit supplement in the first box. And we love you. Become a Patreon, support the work we do. Share this video and be a hero. We are shadow banned, and Oppenheimer Ranch has been shut down for the week. Because censorship is king. Because facts, well, thems are dangerous. Be safe. We love you.